So let's compare Uganda to Ghana. Today we'll break our comparison down into 6 categories: basic information, geography, people, economies, militaries, and of course any other random facts I could think of. Uganda and Ghana are 2 African countries located in different regions of the continent. Uganda gained independence from the UK on October 9, 1962 with Queen Elizabeth II as head of state and Queen of Uganda. In October 1963, Uganda became a republic but maintained its membership in the Commonwealth of Nations. Meanwhile, on March 6, 1957, Ghana became the first African country to gain its independence as the United Kingdom released its grip on the Gold Coast colony and Ashanti, along with the Northern Territories Protectorate and British Togoland. Ghana's head of state is President Nana Akufo-Addo, who is a member of the New Patriotic Party of Ghana. Uganda's head of state and de facto head of government is President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, who is a member of the National Resistance Movement and has been in power since 1986. Ghana's national animal is the eagle, which can be seen here on its coat of arms. For their national animal, the Ugandans decided to go with the crested crane, which can be seen here on the logo of its flag. Both Uganda and Ghana are democracies and are set up in a unitary system with sovereignty residing with the people. In Ghana, the national government based in Accra carries out the majority of the nation's governmental roles. Similarly, in Uganda, the national government based in Kampala carries out the majority of the nation's governmental roles. The flag of Ghana features 3 horizontal bars, 1 red, 1 yellow, and 1 green with a black star in the center. This flag dates back to 1957 after Ghana got independence from Britain. Meanwhile, the Ugandan flag consists of 6 equal horizontal stripes, black, yellow, red, black, yellow, and red from top to bottom. In the center is a white circle containing a crested crane, Uganda's national bird. This distinct flag design was adopted in 1962 after independence from Britain. By African standards, both Uganda and Ghana are actually pretty equally sized countries. Uganda has an area of 241,038 square kilometers, or in America 93,065 square miles. Ghana has an area of 92,098 square miles, or in Africa 238,533 square kilometers. This makes Uganda approximately 1.01 times the size of Ghana. For comparison, this is Ghana and Uganda placed in Africa. Here are the 2 placed over Europe, here they are over the United States, here they are placed over South America, this is them over Asia, and here they are over Australia. Overall, Uganda is the 79th largest country in the world, ahead of Ghana but behind the United Kingdom. Ghana's territory consists of about 4.61% water and 95.39% land. Uganda's territory consists of about 15.39% water and 84.61% land. Ghana also has a significantly longer coastline than Uganda, with a total of 334 miles or 537 kilometers compared to landlocked Uganda. Ghana is divided up into 16 regions, with northern being its largest region and western north being its smallest. Greater Accra, home to over 5 million people, is the most populous region in Ghana, while Ahafo, home to just over 560,000 people, is the least populous region in Ghana. Uganda is divided up into 4 administrative regions, which are further divided up into 136 districts. The northern region is Uganda's largest region and eastern is its smallest. Kampala district is home to the nation's capital and largest city. Kampala is the most populous region, being home to over 1.5 million people. Meanwhile, Koboko, being home to about 246,000 people, is the least populous district. Accra is Ghana's capital city, while Kampala is Uganda's capital city. Uganda borders Kenya, South Sudan, the Democratic Republic of Congo, Rwanda, and Tanzania, a total of 5 countries. Ghana borders Burkina Faso, Togo, and Côte d'Ivoire, a total of 3 countries. Ghana and Uganda share similarities in their landscapes with vast fields and rolling hills. Additionally, both countries have their own unique geographical features, with Ghana having coastal plains and rainforests, while Uganda is known for its diverse landscapes including mountains, lakes, and savannas. Both countries are also home to their own volcanic mountains, with Ghana's tallest mountain being Mount Afejato and Uganda's tallest mountain being Ruwenzori. In terms of climate, Ghana experiences a tropical climate with distinct wet and dry seasons, while Uganda has a more equatorial climate with consistent rainfall throughout the year. This difference in climate influences the vegetation and agricultural practices in each country, with Ghana being a major producer of cocoa and gold, and Uganda known for its coffee and tea exports. Both Ghana and Uganda are home to some major rivers that have defined their human settlements. In Uganda, rivers like Kagera and the Nile run through countries like Uganda, Rwanda, Tanzania, and Egypt. In Ghana, the famous Volta that is flanked by the Black, White, and Red Volta rivers is the most iconic river in Ghana and the whole of West Africa. It has shaped the Ghanaian landscape, civilizations, and it gave birth to the largest man-made lake in the world, Lake Volta. Both Ghana and Uganda have decent populations in Africa, but they both have very different population growth rates. Ghana is home to over 34 million people with a 1.9% population growth rate. Uganda is home to 48 million people but has a higher 3% growth rate. Overall, Ghana is the 47th most populous country in the world behind Malaysia and ahead of Mozambique. Meanwhile, Uganda is the 30th most populous country behind South Korea and ahead of Sudan. Overall, for every Ghanaian person, there are about 1.38 Ugandans. Uganda with 243 people per square kilometer or 630 people per square mile is double as densely populated as Ghana with 150 people per square kilometer or 388 people per square mile, and the size of Uganda's largest city certainly reflects this. Its largest cities are Entebbe, Jinja, Mbale, Mbarara, with the capital Kampala being the largest. Ghana's largest cities and towns are Atsiaman, Tokoradi, Tomale, Kumasi, with the capital Accra being the largest. About 14.8% of Ghanaians speak Asante, U 12.7%, Fant 9.9%, Boron or Brong 4.6%, Dagomba 4.3%, Dangi 4.3%, Dagat or Dagaba 3.7%, Ekiam 3.4%, Gie 3.4%, Dakwapam 2.9%, and 36.1% speak something else including English. In Uganda, around 64.8% speak Luganda as their first language, 28.2% speak Ocholi and other Nilotic languages, while English is used as the main official language for over 85% of the population. In Uganda, 84% of the population are Christians, 14% of the population are Muslim, and 2% follow something else. In Ghana, 71% of the population are Christians, 20% are Muslims, 3% follow indigenous religions, and 6% are unspecified or follow something else. About 50.1% of Ghanaians are female while about 49.9% are male. About 50.5% of Ugandans are female while about 49.5% are male. Uganda's median age is 16.3 while Ghana's median age is 20.7. With an astounding GDP of $76 billion, Ghana has the 11th largest economy in Africa behind Angola, Tanzania, and the Ivory Coast. Uganda's economy is also quite impressive with a GDP of $52 billion. It has Africa's 13th largest economy behind the DR Congo and ahead of Tunisia. In 2023, Uganda's economy grew by 6.8% while Ghana's economy was a tad slower at 3.8%. Uganda is home to some major brands like Centenary Bank, Kegas, Bell Lager, Splash, Star Cafe, Graphic Systems, King's College Budo, El Rainbow International School, and Euroform. Ghana is also home to major brands like Newmont Corporation, MTN Ghana, Ghana Oil, Tullow Oil, Ghana National Petroleum Corporation, Total Energies, GCB Bank, and Zoomlion. Ghana's $2,300 GDP per capita is comparable to places like Côte d'Ivoire, Cameroon, and Senegal. Uganda's slightly lower $1,163 GDP per capita is comparable to places like Malawi, Rwanda, and Benin. Overall, Ghana's GDP per capita is about 155% higher than Uganda's. Ghana uses the Ghanaian cedi as its currency, while Uganda uses the Ugandan shilling. $1 is equal to 13 Ghanaian cedis, and $1 is equal to 3,800 Ugandan shillings. Both Ghana and Uganda are significant importers and exporters of goods. In 2023, Ghana imported $13.9 billion worth of goods and exported $16.8 billion worth of goods. Uganda imported $0.82 billion worth of goods and exported $3.99 billion worth of goods in 2023. About 4.3% of the Ghanaian population are unemployed, while Uganda has an unemployment rate of 2.9%. Nana Opoku Agyumin Prempeh is Ghana's richest person as founder of Icon Capital Limited. He has a net worth of $1.1 billion. Uganda's richest person is Sudia Ruparelia, founder of Ruparelia Group. Ruparelia has a net worth of $1.2 billion, just edging out Nana. The average income in Ghana is roughly $2,400 per year, while the average income in Uganda sits at about $950 per year. Ghana has 15,500 active duty military personnel and 8,300 reserve personnel. Uganda has 45,000 active duty personnel and 10,000 reserve personnel. Overall, Uganda has around 55,000 total military personnel while Ghana has about 23,800. Both Ghana and Uganda spend significantly less on their militaries each year compared to major powers. Ghana spends $327 million on its military while Uganda spends $816 million. In terms of global military expenditure rankings, Ghana ranks 98th while Uganda ranks 67th. Both Ghana and Uganda are members of the African Union. Ghana has particularly close ties with other members of the Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS, like Nigeria and Ivory Coast. Uganda is closely aligned with members of the East African Community, EAC, such as Kenya and Tanzania. Both countries also maintain friendly relations with major powers like the United States, China, and regional allies. Ghana is also best friends with South Africa. In terms of military strength, Ghana is ranked as having the 21st strongest military in Africa, while Uganda is ranked 22nd in Africa. Football is the most popular sport in both Ghana and Uganda. Ghana's national football team has won the Africa Cup of Nations title 4 times, while Uganda has won 0. Kotoka International Airport in Accra is Ghana's busiest airport, handling around 2.7 million passengers in 2023. Entebbe International Airport near Kampala is Uganda's busiest airport, receiving around 1.9 million passengers in 2023. Ghana's most famous landmark is likely the Elmina Castle, a UNESCO World Heritage Site and one of many former slave trade fortresses along the coast. Uganda's most famous landmark is the Bwindi Impenetrable National Park, a UNESCO site and home to endangered mountain gorillas. Jackie Opia is Ghana's most followed person on Instagram with 10.5 million followers. Zaritha Bosledi is Uganda's most followed with 12 million Instagram followers. Akpene Brigitiman is Ghana's most subscribed YouTube channel with 2.6 million subscribers. Ugandan Rico Animations has over 8 million YouTube subscribers. Click here to watch my comparison of Uganda and Kenya. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed this video and until next time, goodbye.